Yeah, baby. Wonder if all my bad decisions get accounted in the algorithms. No statistician could dissuade me from my bigger vision. I know my occupation's quite an unlikely place in this world to occupy and talk about upon a daily basis. Our information's predetermined by some biased business. We all in sermon to Silicon that push out lovely neighbors. I'm done with paper chasing, think I'm on to bigger banquets. This that full circle, new wave, energy on a Tuesday. Turn a blue day to a bright hue, yellow with a smooth A in hair. Extra fruit, the brand, you can't move me. The music is man, it's a con job, but this grand. Been blessed with a great hand amongst many that stank. And yeah, it took some hard work, but blind luck play a huge role. And if they say that it don't, when they feeding you fool's gold. And if I know one thing, the truth's home. Even if it's a tough thing to swallow, an even harder thing to hold and truly know without a doubt while on the globe. And even though that seems inherent, it ain't always so apparent. Dangle carrot, you ain't always gonna get it. But don't worry, it's a pretty February in a year with more to carry, and more days is yet to come. Under the sun, taking the ferry to the city, where the moment's extra pretty, like the people, like the idea that I keep inside my brain that isn't equal to the real world. All that stress ain't saving me fear though. I swear to God I'm trying, but they pushing their demons down my esophagus, screaming the easy life, what I want always. Praise made up holidays, tell me that love is the answer just to boost this economy. Buy more, sell now, but I ain't following. I ain't a hollow man, I'm full of them fall winds. Take it all with a tall grin, and if you feel it, do it with me. And just sing what the song says. Take it all for what it is. It ain't all so big. So big, so big, so big. Take it all for what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. It ain't all so big. It ain't all so big.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. It's me, SB.
Dearly beloved.
What it is, what it is. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well. It is an outstanding Monday as always. And y'all know what's going on tonight. It's going to be me and my co-host, Black Man Unfiltered. And y'all already know we got an outstanding show planned for y'all. It is criminal activity now, our default. We're going to get into it a little bit later, but first, I'm going to bring my co-host up, Mr. Black Man.
What it is, what it is, what it is. Come
That's
on.
all it is. That's it, that's it. Listen, there you go again. Is that red or orange? What is that I'm seeing? Is it red or
It's
orange?
an orange today. It's like a little orange in there today.
A little citrus in it.
A little citrus. Yeah, a little citrus in there. Yeah, how you doing, Shug?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I mean, I'm here, there, and everywhere. Just watching all this mischief and madness going on in the world. But
Ooh, it get real good, don't it?
man, I
say
just sit
real
back.
bad.
Yeah, you can just cancel your cable. You don't even need cable no more. Just turn your phone on.
Watch YouTube and you good, right?
That's it.
But you know what? You've been quiet. I ain't seen you. I caught you a little bit last night over there on Sir Hale's. Shout out to Sir Hale. How you doing? Caught you a little bit over there showing out, just a little bit, but not too much. You was very conservative. But I ain't been seeing you. What's going on? You've been living a quiet life.
Yeah, I've been lowering the temperature, a little bit, and allowing others to have the floor. That's a lot. It's just a lot going on.
I know. We're gonna get into it. Well, you know what? We can mention a little bit if you want to, but we got our own criminal activity that we need to talk about because I sent you some videos, right? This is all tying in together because we've been talking about this. We've been hitting it for about 6 months now.
Right.
I'm gonna bring you to it. I'm gonna take you back first, and then we're gonna bring it forward. But before we do that, we're gonna say hello to a few people over here in the comment section. Those ones who are those faithful followers that show up for us on Monday night, and we just love their support. And we just want to show them some appreciation, right?
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, Mr. BCDC123, hello. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Dr. Steele, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Gilbert, thank you so much for the video. I do think that is going to be a good addition to our Freestyle Friday. So I'm going to keep it a secret between me and you. I'm going to let Mr. Boss in on it, but it's between me and you. Lady Nicole, what's going on with you? Ain't seen you in a while. I know you've been there now. Don't take that the wrong way. I know you've been busy. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Corey, hello. Mr. C, what's going on? He said, Black man, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, Black man, I came up with this little funny thing, but I'm gonna wait till we get through it. I'm gonna ask you this question. So we're just gonna wait for a minute. Trey, what's going on? Bring us noches. Where you coming from? Where you at right now? Trey, where you at? You ain't in the grocery store? Trey, don't disappoint me.
The grocery man.
I know. If Trey ain't in the grocery store, this gonna be an off night. I'm telling you. What we gonna do? Clement, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Let's see. Did I miss somebody else? Cat student number 1. Hello. It's good to see you. Listen, guys, if I missed you for now, I will definitely try to shout you out throughout the show. We love your support. Thank you so much for being here. And listen, you could have been anywhere you wanted to on this Monday night, but you decided to come and spend some time with me and Black Men Unfiltered, and we both appreciate it so much. Remember, guys, if you're coming into the live, give us a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to the channels that are being represented here, Black Men Unfiltered and or Security Boss Unsolicited or Unsolicited Security Boss or SB Live, whatever you want to call us, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and just rock with us for the rest of your life. How about that? we gonna hold on to them for life, Black man.
For life. Let's go.
David Nunez, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. So listen, Black man, I was just thinking about this, and we're gonna see how this goes over. A lot of folks might not like me after this, but I was thinking, if a Caucasian woman called you Black man, is it okay for a Caucasian woman to call a black man, considering your name is Black man?
Yeah, I mean, that's my name, yeah.
It would be okay.
I don't see no problem with it.
You don't see no problem with it? Okay, I was just checking. I wondered about that because I was like, Dad, that could really be confusing to someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm Black man. You know, and everybody call me Black man. She said, "Hi, Black man. What's up, girl? How you doing?" But if my name
think about it though. Just think if everybody around us didn't know, that you was Black man, but she knew you were Black man.
Oh yeah,
you knew you were Black man.
Yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could be.
Because Coach K called me that all the time. Black man.
Exactly.
Black man. Shout out to Coach K.
Yeah, you know, it kind of made me wonder about that CP time and all that stuff that they're getting on Miss Pearly for. I don't even know what we want for Miss Pearly. I bet they just need to. I think well, let me ask. Do you think she's learned anything from this situation here?
Absolutely. She's been drug up, drug out, put up, hung down. I think she's learned from
tossed around. So yeah. Are we saying that we don't think she'll make any more fouls?
Oh, she will.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Because her subscribers went up what?
I don't know, probably about 50%. Who knows?
50%. Yeah. So I mean, where there's controversy, there's also successful controversy. So she's gonna make a whole lot of money off of this.
And she's gonna make some more fouls. She's guaranteed to make at least 5 more fouls. What you think? Guaranteed.
Yep. Mm-hmm. She's gonna say always say something that you may not like.
Well, it's not even that I might not like. It's just gonna be something that's inappropriate.
Well, yeah.
It's just like this. We just happen to be that group of people that have.
There you go, Trey.
That have that special, that special dialect that only we can use.
Right.
And no matter how long you hang out with us, it doesn't matter how long, you still don't get that black card, right?
Right.
So if you go saying stuff that wasn't appropriate, no matter how long we've been together, I'm gonna remind you it wasn't appropriate.
Yep.
And I hope you recover and be all right.
Yeah, she's learning the hard way.
Yep, she's learning the hard way. But guess what? She's all over YouTube, and hopefully she took away or takes away something and don't make these mistakes again. How about that?
We,
Marcus, what's going on with you, Mr. C? It's good to see you guys.
now the people that didn't know her, they know her now.
I don't know. Is this a good look though? You know what I'm saying? Is this a way Jedi Mike, what's going on? Is this actually a get to know her, or is this really not a you
Let
know,
me
it's
see what this. Let me see what this girl's saying. Click, 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 click. It's
mhm.
just clickbait. Click, click.
Every video.
Yep.
Every video. You're right.
So her watch time and whatever secret subscribers, they're gonna be hitting that button.
Because they're gonna want to see her make another file. So they can call her out in it. Exposed. Exposed.
Yep. Exactly.
Bless them. Bless them. The blue
What are
man.
your
Hello. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
now, what's your thoughts about this whole blow up about the LSU thing?
You're gonna have to educate me on that, 'cause LSU, because I don't know about that. I only know that I always watch them on Saturday. We talking about football?
Basketball, ladies basketball.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow that at all. I don't care for basketball.
One
Sorry.
of the young ladies on the team is a very, very, very good player.
Hmm.
Uh, Angel, her name is Angel Reeves, and she played her. I mean, played great all year. She's dominating every team. Just she's bad. And there's this other girl named Robin. She's a white girl. All year long, Robin was the number one basketball player in the country. And Robin would go and she would beat people and she'd be all up in their face doing all this. The white girl was doing all this. Well, they had the national championship last night in basketball, women's basketball, and LSU came in and beat the brakes off of them. And when the and when the game was over, when the game was going down to an end, the black girl did this to the white girl.
What's
Did
that?
her,
What
did
that
her,
mean?
that's the gesture that the white girl was doing all year to the teams that they would dominate and beat. So the black girl did the gesture, and everything blew up.
Okay, but wait a minute, y'all. What does this mean?
Oh, you can't see me.
Oh, that's all it means. You can't
That's
see
it.
me.
You can't see me.
Okay, and so when the black girl won, what's her name again?
Angel.
When Angel won, she did the "you can't see me" hand
Hmm.
gesture, and it became a problem.
Yeah, but the white girl, that's her. That's her. That's what she been doing all year. You can't see me. To all the teams, you can't see me. But last night, when them girls beat the brakes off of them, the black girl said, "You can't see me now. I won the
Okay.
ring. We the champs."
Oh, okay. So what was the big deal? Tell me about that.
Oh,
What happened?
well, the white folks, Chris Berman. I mean, not Chris Berman. I forgot the guy's name. He real big in the media. They call her an idiot. She's hood. She's ghetto. She trash. I mean, they went in on her all year. This white girl been doing it. Nothing said. As soon as she did it, you ought to see the comments. She trash. She's an idiot. She ain't classy. She's not a lady. I mean, they just
They really wrote those comments. They called her ghetto. Ah, and they call her hood. It's a young girl. Oh, so what's happening now? Is anybody pushing back?
and she said, well, she told them after the game, she said, all year long, y'all been talking about me and calling me hood and calling me ghetto.
I got you. Okay.
And she said, I'm proving to y'all that that's not the case. And I'm here playing basketball at a very high level. And this is where I am right now. She said, y'all can put some respect on my name and the school that I go to. And then Shaq got in on it. Yeah. And boy, when Shaq got in there, Shaq was like, y'all dumb as hell, leave this girl alone. Y'all have problems with me, blah, 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 blah. Because, that's Shaq. See, that's his alma mater. He went to LSU as well.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, a lot of Assembly of Jackson came and tweeted something about the girl, saying, leave her alone. I mean, all these celebrities coming up to her rescue. So,
You know what, y'all? This is very sad. Just Dario said this is very sad. It is because who? So all year, what has she been doing that makes her so inappropriate? I guess for basketball. What are
point,
they saying?
the way she wear her hair, the way she play the game, everything. They said the way she celebrate when she score points. It's the same thing they did to the before she got caught up with the whole drug situation. Shakaria Richardson, she go to LSU too,
I got you.
and they talk about her nails, her hair, how she did, but she dominated track. You can't beat her.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow. Hey, Ricky, what's going on? Listen, that's sad. Who? So all year, what has she been doing that makes her so inappropriate? I guess for basketball. What are they saying? The way she wear her hair, the way she play the game, everything. They said the way she celebrate when she score points. It's the same thing they did to the before she got caught up with the whole drug situation. Shakaria Richardson, she go to LSU too, and they talk about her nails, her hair, how she did, but she dominated track. You can't beat her.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow. Hey, Ricky, what's going on? Listen,
That's
Yep.
that. I hope she doesn't get discouraged about this, and I want to see what they do with it. I want to see if they actually make it an issue, or just still try to keep her down because she actually won. She's so black.
Yep.
Ricky, how black is she?
Right.
Is she better than me, Ricky?
They liars. They
Ricky, it
liars.
don't get no better than this. I'm telling you. Listen, there is no reason to clown this young girl, but listen, she won anyway. They just wanted that other young lady to win, I guess. But guess what? It's just it is what it is. It is what it is. So listen, I gotta tell y'all a story, and then we're gonna jump right in. Oh, wait a minute, Black man, do you have something else to add before we jump right into what we're gonna talk about tonight?
Oh, security boss. Yes, I do.
Let me hear it. Let me hear
I'm
it.
gonna be talking about it on my show probably the next Tuesday.
Okay.
This guy did a video on TikTok crying almost in tears. He said his wife of 15 years was driving and she got T-boned at a red light in her car.
Oh.
It made her paraplegic. So she had, right? So he said every day he gets up and he gets up and bathes her. He makes sure she's clean. He puts her in a wheelchair. He spoon feeds her every day. They're young too, probably early 30s maybe. And then he said the doctor said it'd be good for her to see, pictures of them back in the day when they got married, different things like that. So he started, going through his phone and her phone and started looking at the pictures or whatever. And he said he just happened to go through the phone. He went to her messages.
Oh Lord, Black man, don't you do it?
He found out in her messages the day that she got hit in the car, she was on her way to see her side dude.
I knew you was getting ready to say that.
He said, "I love you. Where you at? Are you on your way?" She said, "Yes, I'm on my way. I miss you too. I just had to get away from him." And on her way there,
she got way to cheat. God.
Yep. And so then now he's saying he want to divorce her.
Oh my God.
But he can't divorce her because she's a paraplegic. She don't even know where she at. She's a vegetable.
Oh no.
He said he's still getting up every day and he's still bathing her and all that. And I said, and people at my job got pissed off at me. I don't care. They said, "What would you do?" I said, "I roll her. I put her ass in that wheelchair, roll her ass in the fire department, and leave her right there."
The fire department? What
Yep.
You do? Oh, like
yep.
Oh, Black man, you.
I said, "Y'all get her y'all get her slobbing ass and to do something with her. I'm out."
Okay, listen. Let's think our way through this. Okay. Woo, that is
that's
terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. But you know what he should do? He should reach out to the man that she was dialing up.
He did.
And what happened?
That's what I put. So I'm glad you brought that up. So at the end of the video, he says the guy that she was cheating with, that 2 days after the accident, he had posted his new fiance.
Oh,
so he was just using her to run through. He was just running through her.
Oh no, this is crazy. Black man. Okay, look, we gotta do something different. Let me tell my story. It ain't no better, but at least somebody did something. No, they didn't. They did something wrong too. But anyway,
Ricky said he want a divorce. Ricky crazy.
Look, he might need to wait that one out, y'all. He could go on and he could sit down and listen to what I'm getting ready to say. He can go ahead and sit her down and have a conversation with her.
Sit down.
Let her know that, I love you for life. I'm gonna be here with you, but I'm gonna have to get me another woman. I'm gonna bring her in here, and when you need something, you know what? I'm gonna get you a nurse to take care
of. My God!
I'm gonna be with you though. Look, death do us part. I'm gonna be with you.
Security boss. Wait a minute.
We got to sit down and have a talk. That's all.
The worst thing was on security boss. He said when he looked through the pictures and the videos.
What video?
She was doing things with this man that this is what he said. She was doing things with that man that she would never do with him.
Black man, y'all look. You already got me halfway in the hell because I done said this woman that's a paraplegic need to sit down and have a conversation with her husband. Knowing good well she can't have no conversation with her husband.
Roll her ass in the fire department.
Black man, you rolling her out the house. I'm making sure she stay in the house and he need to sit down and talk to her and let her know. You say she can't. She ain't.
And tell her. And you tell her I don't want no back talk.
Yeah, tell her. I don't want to hear. You got to say.
Shut your mouth.
I'm gonna be here with you. I'm gonna be here with you. But this is how it's gonna be. Look, we both look. Lord, help us.
Lord, I'm sorry, Jesus.
Help us. It is not a good day.
That's a bad, but you know what? That's a bad way to lose your entire being
Whew.
on your way to go get some weed.
Okay, we can't talk about it no more. But where her mama and daddy at?
Mm.
Don't nobody know, right? Okay. We go. Let's get back to the story at hand. Okay, listen, guys. I gotta tell y'all about this. God is gonna forgive us. We're gonna have to pray about today.
Right now.
You put me in a bad place. So listen. Y'all know on Sunday people go to church and stuff, right? I didn't go to church yesterday, but I did go to Bojangles to get that chicken. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I pulls up the Bojangles. It was 1:50 in the afternoon. Y'all know the 2:00 traffic from the church when the church let out. They going straight to Bojangles to get that 8-piece box. Y'all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come I pulls up the Bojangles and they tell me at 1:50 in the afternoon they ain't got no chicken?
Oh, I bet you was.
Look. Let me tell the true story. I ordered 3 wings. The young lady says, "Man, we ain't got we ain't." Let me tell you, and be honest, we ain't got but one. I said, "Ma'am,
One."
Listen, I said, "Ma'am, how does that affect me? What exactly are you talking about?" She said, "We ain't got but one. We ain't got but one wing." I said, "And again?" Well, I said, "And this is Bojangles, ain't it?" She said, "I said, y'all do serve chicken, don't you?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "So what am I supposed to do?" I said, "What am I supposed to do?" She said, "Well, it's gonna take 30 minutes to get some more chicken." I said, "What about them 4 cars in front of me? Didn't y'all find that out at least 10 minutes ago?"
Liars, bro. Liars.
I said, "Did y'all find that out about 10 minutes ago? It was 4 of the cars in front of me now." I said, y'all didn't realize that with them 4 cars in front of me?"
Wow.
She was just saying, I said, "You know something? I hope one day you own something." I said, "Because the owner of this Bojangles is gonna be mad when I call him." I said, "Because y'all ain't doing nothing but playing with that man or woman's money."
They lie.
I said, "You are here to serve chicken. If you ain't throwing it or passing it out the back door, it need to be in a pot frying for these people that's coming up here asking for it. You gonna tell me at 2:00 in the afternoon you have no chicken?"
Oh, I bet you was hot.
So I told him, I said, "I'm finna call your district." I said, "Because this is unacceptable." See, when people don't have nothing invested in nothing, they don't know how this thing works.
You don't care.
That's how they act. I was like, "Oh Lord, let me just calm down," because she just made me bad. 2:00 in the afternoon, not 8:00 at night. 2:00. I was like, "All them church folks get ready to come and get these AP."
You know what I'm talking about?
She ain't got no
pastor
chicken.
Rolling up. The pastor wait for the chicken though.
Well, listen. She said 30 minutes. I'm like, "Well, darn, 4 other cars in front of me. They've been here at least 10 minutes, so I should be on the 20-minute side now."
30.
They wanted all us to leave. They didn't want to serve us. They didn't want to work.
Trey said, "You was being a Karen asking for the district manager."
Listen. Trey, I've been wanting to tell y'all for a long time that I was a black Karen. I don't know if I actually told y'all this before. Black man, did I tell y'all before I was a black Karen?
No.
I didn't. Karen started with me, just in case y'all didn't know.
Oh my God. Oh man. Somebody, whoa, Big Ann said SB fighting in the drive-thru over some chicken.
I was fighting. I wouldn't fight, but I was fighting. Yeah.
All my life.
I am calling the district manager. I said, better yet, I'm calling the owner because I'm tired of y'all giving people's money away. I told him, I said, "This makes no sense. Makes no sense."
Oh.
Yeah, I did. I was taking names, y'all. I was taking names.
Now, don't be like them girls in New York. Whoop that man because he didn't give them no sauce for their chicken now.
How about that video was up that time? But I know what I ordered. I ordered some French fries. No, y'all, listen, they knew it was not about the chicken. It was about the money of the thing. To go to a restaurant, this is going to bring us to what we're talking about, because it's criminal activity how now our default, because this is where we're going. Because listen, guys, I saw a post today that and I don't know how true this is, but y'all can go look it up. All the McDonald's offices, this is what I'm saying. All the McDonald's offices in the US are shutting down so they can so they can do emails on the ones that they letting go. They're getting rid of a whole bunch of people, y'all. McDonald's is firing a whole bunch of folks. All right. Understand what I'm saying? A whole bunch of people get ready to be out of job. So guess what? Once the offices, the people, the corporate side get downsized, y'all know what's coming next. So I'm trying to tell y'all, when you're in there playing around with the man's money and you ain't being productive, that means that I no longer need your services. So they will start shutting it down. If I'm paying you $17, $18 an hour at the McDonald's, right? And you're gonna let a $20 box not get served, then I just lost some money. What y'all think? Yes, we did. So we gotta do better.
Walmart doing the same thing.
That we're gonna get there. So listen, I want y'all, before we do that though, we're gonna read, hey Dre, we're gonna read Dre's super chat. But I need y'all to pay attention to these videos because about 6 months ago, Black man, I need you to remember this.
I do.
You and I were
remember.
talking about around the world, and they were talking about how was it the governor or the sheriff somewhere in Chicago was saying there is no more, you don't call us no more for trespassing.
Right.
In the residence, in your backyard, or in the retail. He said, don't do it. Don't call us no more because there ain't nothing we can do. Right. So what I'm finna tell y'all and what y'all getting ready to see is the way we're going. Now, right now they messing with the Targets, the Walmarts, the Walgreens, the CVS's and all of that. But when they shut down, they come into your house. They're coming in, they're trying to come to your house. Now, me and Black Man had already talked about what y'all need to do. But I need y'all to take a look at this video. But anyway, Dre, how you doing? And let's see what Dre has to say. Get him, SB. All my life. What did he say? All my life. Oh, God, I can't see that.
He said, all my life I had to fight.
Right. I was taking names over there at the Bojangles. I was like, no, I'm calling the district. And listen, I had Mr. Boss on the speaker. He talking about, that's some ghetto mess right there.
Mr. Boss.
He said, that's a ghetto mess right there. Yeah, I just could not believe that 2:00 in the afternoon, we ain't got no chicken. I wouldn't have gotten a chicken from them anyway, because I done fussed at them. But just the fact that you're going to let all these cars go, or not going to serve these people chicken at 2:00 in the afternoon, but I still got to pay you, it just warmed my spirit, y'all. Just warmed me up. And I was like, I'm just going to let the district manager know what y'all doing. I'm going to let him know. But Dre, good to see you. And thank you so much for your $2 super chat. So listen, Mr. Boss, I want you to play one of these videos. Let's play this one first. And I need y'all to pay attention to this video because this is where we're going, y'all. I can't even say where we're going. This is where we already at.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look.
Well, investigators say a mob of at least 200 people smashed the front door of a Walmart on Fletcher Avenue, stealing more than 100 grand worth of merchandise. Surveillance video shows the chaotic scene. Hundreds of people swarm the front of the closed Walmart, shattering the glass doors and forcing their way inside.
We believe at least 200 storm into the Walmart, and the majority of them headed straight to the electronics section. So the most expensive items in the store is what they were after.
Many have their faces covered. Others are clearly smiling as they rush inside the store and start looting and causing damage. In the footage, you can see people grabbing televisions and trying to get into cash registers.
Approximately $116,000 worth of merchandise and damage was reported from Walmart.
Tampa 911, what is the address of your
we're getting breaked into CVS on 30th and Fowler, right?
The sheriff's office and the Tampa Police Department are investigating more than 40 businesses. Detectives are now pouring through hours of video from
people appreciate what happened to their city. And you can see that with the number of tips that are coming in.
Officers have already made dozens of arrests and recovered some of the looted clothing and electronics. Police are scouring the internet and local pawn shops for more stolen merchandise. And the hunt for the criminals is just beginning.
I think they feel invincible at this point, or that they're not going to be caught. If you were there, if you were doing wrongdoing, we're coming for you.
Now, if you recognize anyone in these videos or have any information about people involved in the loot,
all right, y'all. Did y'all see that? Over $100,000 in Walmart, mostly electronics. I saw Ricky said I would be stealing food. Didn't nobody take no food, Ricky? They didn't take no food. I saw a pregnant woman coming through the front door. They were looting. The store was closed. CVS, the store was open, and they went in there and took any and everything they wanted. Y'all, they just walking in the door, front door. They're taking everything they want, guys. Do you see this? Do you see this, Black man? This is what was that? That was Walmart. That was CVS. Was it another store? I got another one I got to show y'all too, but we're going to wait just a moment. But I want to hear what you got to say about this, Black man. What do you say about this? It's crime, because this is what's going to happen when Bojangles shut down, because Boston Market has already shut down in my area. Boston Market,
yeah, here too. Yeah.
So all those people who had a job at Boston Market now no longer have any money. Hey, Takid, how you doing? They don't have any money, right? They're not working. Leo, what's up? They're not working anywhere, Black man. So now they're in survival mode. They're breaking into Walmart. Do you know there's a Walmart now too that is closing down? Walmart closing down, y'all. Have y'all ever heard of a Walmart closing down?
Nope.
Walmart don't close down, guys. Due to things of this nature, Walmart is closing down.
Walmart having several issues. Because I saw a report the other day that they said loss prevention, not the break-ins, but people at the self-checkouts. You know what's the key about? It goes deeper. Let me give you this. It goes deeper. There are people who have organized people to go in and do these things. And when they go and do them, they come out of Walmart, and that merchandise, people think, oh, they're going to the pawn shop. No. That's big business. They put that stuff, they sell it on the black market. They double the prices. I'm gonna send you a video, Security Boss, of a guy who ran he had an inside person working in the pharmacy. And he would have them order 5 bottles over what they would normally get. So if they would get normally 10 bottles a month, he would have the girl that worked there order 15. She would take the bottles and give it to him. He was selling the damn pills at his house.
Selling drugs. Wow.
And yeah, so it's a big business thing, the black market. And then Walmart sit back and watch those cameras and be like, oh, okay. And they file on the insurance and get all their money back.
Bringing all their money. But guess what? They're getting rid of all the help too, because why does Walmart need self-checkout? They got all them registers there for people and they got nobody working.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
See, they're getting rid of the jobs. Listen, we are so screwed up right now, and y'all know inflation is going up. Y'all, we are just so messed up right now, and I don't think anyone understands. This week, within this week, first half of April, y'all know the dollar bill, they transferring that. Your money is not going to be worth anything. Did y'all hear that?
Yep.
It ain't going to be worth anything. The other thing, you know what? Almost 2 or 3 weeks ago, two banks had filed bankruptcy. One other. Guess how many it is now? 20 banks. See, we're not preparing for this, y'all. We ain't ready for it. Automation, robots. I don't know who gonna do. They land. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of people getting ready to be laid off again. Yep. And I don't think we know that. But guess what? The ones who working, they playing with it, because this, like I said, I went to Bojangles 2:00 in the afternoon. They didn't want to fry me no chicken. I was mad. I wanted them wings.
Now I will say this, Security Boss. I know somebody's doing this. Don't dislike me for saying this.
Oh Lord.
Walmart. I don't know. Walmart paid a lot of money to get Netflix to remove the Walmart documentary. There was a Walmart documentary, and they had video footage. I don't know how these people got this footage. Walmart was pissed. So they had footage where when you come work at Walmart and you're a young lady come work at Walmart, they ask you, hey, do you get any type of government assistance? Yes, I do.
Do they ask that question?
Oh, absolutely.
Why do they have to ask that question for you to work somewhere? I'm confused.
I'm finna walk you down the aisle right now.
Oh, let me walk. Go ahead.
They ask you, do you get government assistance when you apply for the job? When they actually hire you? You say, yes, I get government assistance, or the government, they work hand in hand with the government anyway to know that. So when you say yes, they are not required by law. They are not required to give you any raises. They can keep your ass right where you are. So if you come in making $10 an hour, $11 an hour, they'll keep your ass right there. And you no longer can move it. You got to watch the documentary. I don't know if they got it on YouTube somewhere. You got to watch it, Security Wise, to blow your mind. They would tell those women, oh, you get government, you get food stamps. There's no need. Then they showed the women would cash their checks at Walmart. Walmart would charge them a fee to cash the check. They would get 5% or 3% of the check, and then the young ladies would go shopping in Walmart and give Walmart their money right back. It was
I gotta find out why we gotta ask. Somebody needs to ask if you get government assistance. I ain't never heard of that before.
Yes.
Okay, so if somebody asked that question, why would you bother to answer it correctly though? Why say yes?
Because what they do is on the documentary, if you I hope I find it. If you lie, right, the government will know by your social security number that you're getting it, and Walmart will be notified that you are on government assistance.
Oh my God, Ricky say they had insurance policies on the employees. What?
Yes, yeah, you gotta go watch the documentary. I was getting there.
Wait a minute. Wait. Are you saying if something happened to one of their police, like deletion or whatever, they would get some?
They get paid.
No, y'all. What?
Security boss. Even on the documentary, some of the people came forward and said, at night they didn't want us to get no breaks, so they would purposely lock the doors to keep us from leaving. They will lock them in the Walmart to work. No breaks. You couldn't leave until the work was done. They will lock them in there.
Ooh, so listen, Walmart and Sam's are the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we see that Walmart is getting,
they hit Sam's, it's over.
Listen, Sam's is making what, $5 million, profiting $5 million. What is it, a month, a quarter, or something? All the time they staying in the black, y'all. Walmart ain't hurting y'all. That's why they letting y'all run with, not y'all, but let the people run out the door with it, along with the insurances. They not hurting y'all. $5 million. I think they told me, was it a quarter, y'all, or was it a month? They in the black, y'all. They are. And they taking everybody else's business, guys, because guess what? They're gonna be closing down. The Bojangles ain't gonna make it. The Walmart and Amazons of the world, they taking over everything, and they're gonna halfway do it with little robots. Amazon already got the robots in place. Sam's got a robot over here cleaning for them.
Yep.
And it be beep and it get close to you, just stop, and you be like, what? It stopped. It like they got a robot mopping and cleaning for that. That robot just took away 3 people's job because it's constantly going all day long, mopping and buffing the floor at Walmart. That's somebody that was somebody's job, not at Walmart, y'all, at Sam.
Let me ask you this. Also on the Walmart documentary, I know my boy Ricky is on it because he watched it. But also they would go into a small town. Say they came to a little small town in Louisiana, so we want to open up a super center here. The town will come in. The town will take their resources and put their resources into building a Walmart there. So they will pay into it. It's like they're paying for a chain or something, right? So they're paying for it. If Walmart would come in, they will start building up, and they'll say, you know what? We don't think this town gonna make a lot of profit. And they'll just abandon the building. If you go right now and Google how many Walmarts were abandoned that were unfinished, it's hundreds of them, and they just left the towns in bankruptcy. Some of the towns were in bankruptcy. They bankrupted the towns, and they just left those shells of those buildings just sitting there.
They're going to do it again now too, but this is completed stores. But if they're not profiting and they're getting robbed left and right, they don't care if you got any food markets close to you. They're going to leave you in a desert. They going. They already said it. They leaving. I'm out of here.
Have you tried the Amazon drone packaging delivery yet?
Well, no, but listen, Amazon is got rid of 900? How many was it? 1,000? How many?
I think it's I'm looking up right now.
It's 9,000 people. I think that Amazon had to unemploy recently.
Yep. And right now it came right up with what you just said. It says Walmart. It says in 2023 they will be closing worldwide 269 stores due to theft.
Do y'all know how many people work at these places? These people ain't gonna have no jobs. They're gonna be trying to come to your house and take it. I am getting nervous. I am really getting. No, I live too far away. But just think about how bad this is getting ready to be. I gotta show y'all one more video. Let's take a look at this. Mr. Boss, you ready? All right. So listen, look at this one, y'all. Pay attention. This is Target in Philly.
You muted.
They don't put. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, they don't put music to it. Talking about the day I got robbed. Listen, did y'all see that? Those people are walking in. Somebody's videotaping all of it, and don't nobody care. They getting buggies and buggies of whatever they want in Target, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, wherever they want. They're going in and they getting it. They're not paying for nothing, and they don't care who's seeing them. There was another video. We don't have that one, but a police officer was sitting real close by. He did not get out of his car. He didn't. He didn't. He was like looking.
Yeah. And you know what? Shout out to Tommy B. He's in California. Tommy B said they pass along in California. Don't call us with that. If somebody robbing your store, somebody stealing, just go hide. Don't get shot, and just recover. File your insurance. We're not coming out there to help you on no robbery.
The man said in Chicago, he said if they trespassing, ain't no, we're not doing. Don't call us because there's nothing we can do. Now we said if we magically pull them back in. It is, make sure the story's being told the right place. Maybe we can respond, but otherwise, don't call the police. They already said it. Do not call us, and you don't want to get in trouble by taking care of it in your own way. So y'all got to figure out how to keep these people out of your house. Because guess what? It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Because guess what? That Target right there probably did not reopen or won't reopen. We already, how many Walmarts was it?
269.
269 Walmarts, and they didn't say how many CVS's or Walgreens, but y'all know they can't take this kind of loss on a regular basis. No. So is criminal activity now our default? So when we don't have the money, when we don't have the jobs anymore, are we resulting to breaking in and stealing what we want? Is that where we're at now?
Smash and grab been going on since I was a kid. I remember when I was a kid, I'm so thankful. Oh Lord, thank you for my mama. My mama kept me out of a lot of trouble as a kid, boss. I remember my mama. I asked my mom, I said, "Mom, I want to go to the mall with my friends." She said, "Nope, those are not good boys. You're not going nowhere with them. I don't want to hear it." I remember going in my room, punching a hole in the wall. I was so pissed off. And later on that evening, my mom called me and she said, "No, come here, sit down." And she said, "Listen to this." My dad would say, "Hey, listen to your mama." Right? She said, "Go ahead, Ann, what you just say?" She said, Charles and Weasel, that was their names. Weasel, all of them got arrested for smashing and grabbing at the mall. They took a whole lot of coats and clothes and all of them locked up. Right now, all of those dudes that I was supposed to be with, all of them now are criminals. Half of them still in jail for different crimes. It just, when it rained, it poured with them. All of them, they're just in and out of jail, in and out of jail. I thank God for my mama every day. But not letting me go.
Absolutely. Listen, Ricky says it's about time to catch that one-way flight to Africa. Listen, what we need to know. How you doing? He says purge is on the way. Listen, y'all, this is what it looks like. It looks like it's a constant purge.
Well, you know what? I ain't John Wick, but I'll be Big Wick. I'm shooting everything coming through my front door. I'm telling you, listen, you come up in here, bring your bag with you. I'm putting you to sleep immediately.
Listen, but you know what? It's just not just this though. They stealing your car. They going to these car dealerships and they breaking into them. And when I say breaking into, they literally breaking into them. They crushing down the windows and everything, taking everything. They're driving off with them, going to the gas station, putting in gas and everything like they're theirs, and then driving off with them. Y'all, we are coming into a time right now, and I know I'm in the South. Some of y'all are in the North, of course, so you might be more, I should say, acquainted with this type of activity. This is brand new for me down here. So to see this type of stuff, this, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I have never seen this in my life. We respect, we respect authority around here. You don't do this type of thing. So y'all got to be careful. They're coming in your house real soon because they're not gonna have the resources that they need to live off of because they're not gonna have jobs. Yeah, they're not.
Security boss, though, sometimes, I don't want to say too much. Sometimes the local authorities or people of power are in on it. And what I mean by that is there are some people, again, I'm not going to say nothing too much. There are some people that go to ports, the port of New Orleans, Port of Miami, and all these big businesses ship all their shipping crates in there. And the port authority is getting paid. The port manager is getting paid to look the other way. Matter of fact, on this night around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I need all your port men on that side of the river having a good time and having some drinks. We're going to back all our trucks in. We're going to load them up, and we're going to put all this stuff on the black market, and we're going to make millions of dollars. And that's what's happening.
Black man, check your mic to make sure your volume is good and everything, because it seems like it's a little bit low.
Is it low? Hold on a second. I can fix that.
A little bit low.
All right, what about now?
But you're right. But this is all coming from, this is where we're going, guys. We're being having all these distractions. Even the fact that Trump got arrested and all that craziness, it's all a distraction to keep us from paying attention to what is actually going on. Inflation is coming. There's going to be a bunch of unemployment. No, they're not going to be any jobs, y'all. They're going to go straight automation, in these fast food restaurants that we used to count on, Bojangles, and I don't even know if I call that fast food, but it is. Bojangles, Boston Market. It's going to be a lot of them. They're closing down. There's not going to be any place for these people to work. There's not going to be any unemployment insurance. You remember, we went through all that with COVID. You remember how they did the COVID, right? They gave you an extra $600 a week, an extra $600 a week, plus your unemployment rate or payout for how many months? 18 months?
Man, people, woo. Woo.
And now the smaller businesses, or I should say the smaller corporations, now they can't survive because to bring you back to work, they had to pay you double, 5 times more than what you were working. Now that you can't do it, only big business can survive in this type of environment, y'all. Big business. So when you got big business, but again, guess what though? Well, Amazon say I don't need 9,000 of you that I just hired. I gave you benefits. I gave you the bonuses coming in the door, sign-on bonuses, and guess what they said they did? Right when it was time for them to get them sign-on bonuses, they let them go because with that bonus came a whole lot of particulars. Really not, well, if you're gonna do a job good, you should do it good anyway.
Yeah.
But some people couldn't follow all those rules and regulations to even get that bonus.
Well, Amazon getting hit hard too.
Well, I was going to say, so Amazon got rid of 9,000 people, and half of them did not get that bonus.
And that's the thing, security boss. How's my mic now? Mic okay now, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So even now at Amazon, it's all about, I'm telling you, security boss, being grown up around these type of people. I know a woman that can go in Walmart in her panties and steal $300 worth of shit. They're so good at it. And so I'm like, so even at Amazon, how is it that y'all can go into a facility that is a secure facility and walk out with TVs, cell phones, PlayStations, radios? Like, how can you leave that facility, back your car, and then load up all this stuff and not get caught?
Well, I think they're getting caught. It's just been handled a different way.
Oh God!
Nobody want that confrontation because you know how that goes. That ain't working out no more.
I think it's inside people. I think some people that work there is in on it. Like the guy at Walmart. He, particularly on Black Friday, he would ask to work the door. When the security boss, listen, I know some people, security boss, I grew up with, family members that I would never go to the store with them because they're horrible. But I had an uncle, and he would go on Black Friday. He went in Black Friday. He came back home. I said, "Damn, boy, you got a lot of money, don't you?" He went in Walmart. They had the Samsung Chromebooks on Black Friday for like $100 and some bucks. $190 bucks or something crazy. So he paid for one, security boss. One. He walked out the door. He had a plan. He walked out the door, went around to the side door, the other door, and came back in, grabbed another one. Walked out the door. They ain't checked the receipt. He grabbed another one, walked out the door, grabbed another one, walked out the door. He just did it over and over again. He was up to 15, 16 before they even checked the receipt. Then when they check the receipt, what they gonna say? "Sir, can I see your receipt for that laptop?" He showed them the receipt that here. He already got 19 and 20 of them in the car already. I mean, man, security boss.
So understand, this is what's happening. This is where we're going, y'all. It says, JG said, "Hey, JG," he says, "look at the Bible and look at the news, and it's looking very similar." It is. Listen, we said this last week. The Bible is confirming itself every single day.
Every day. Yep.
Every day. So you were right about that. But I don't think we are paying attention, guys. I think we still just wandering around like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, y'all. Rent on a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,600 up to.
Yeah, I'm with Trey on this one.
What Trey?
If I'm a police officer, I'm not running up in no building, fighting or possibly getting shot over something that you're gonna get paid back on.
No, they're not. They're not, Trey. They've already told us.
No.
Guess what else? They're not even running somebody off. Trey, they've already said it. If you got a trespasser, he's gonna have to be yours. You're gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of them. They've already said it.
But security boss, but you said like a few minutes ago when we were talking about the electronics, that's a big thing that they do. You got to they have inside people that do that. But even the food security boss, even the food, like going back to my uncle, he's a master thief, and I don't go around him. I really don't. But he'll go in Walmart and get a can of biscuits, put it under a $50 slab of ribs or a roast, and scan that biscuit under that damn ribs or roast and put it in that bag and pay $6.30 for a $50 damn thing of ribs. I'm telling you. Listen, and you bit the barbecue like, damn, Unc got some money. And then we start thinking, he ain't got no job. What is it?
So are we, is this our default? Are we being forced to rob Walmart and Target, or are we just have this criminalistic part?
I'll say this, security boss, somebody got some power somewhere. And
nobody's stealing food but your uncle.
Right. Somebody got some power somewhere. For somebody orchestrated that. Ain't who all of a sudden all these people meet up at Walmart at one time. No. Somebody said, hey, listen, I need about 150, 200 people tonight. And I need those, and I need 100. I'm telling you how these criminals think. I need 100, it's 200 people. I need 150 of them to be the distraction. Scatter the store, tear the store up, be wild, get the attention on the security cameras. But these 50 right here, they mean business. Go in there and get the things that I told you to go get. The TVs, the PlayStations, all those things. I need you to get them, cover your face, and walk out.
So what are we going to do? What can we do? These jobs are going away. They're going away.
Yeah.
9,000 real soon from Amazon. A lot of people worked at Amazon. Lots of people work at Walmart. A lot of people count on those places to have jobs. A lot of people work at Bojangles. Boston Market had to lay a bunch of them off. That just means the crime rate is going to continually go up because these people got to eat. They got to have somewhere to live. And it just seems like to me it's getting closer and closer to home. So what do? We already told y'all the value of $1 is getting barely nothing.
Exactly. And I think that, and I said this the other day, I know it fell on deaf ears, but I think that even college is a waste of time now. Let me tell you why. I think people should get jobs that robots are not going to take from you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any kind of automation.
In college right now, they're only teaching you what robots are going to take from you.
Let me give you an example of something.
Like get you a trade.
Let me tell you something good. An electrician came to our house today. They had to charge us $250 to change one outlet.
Yep.
$250 for one outlet, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
One outlet.
Yep.
CBN, how you doing? He says, unsolicited security boss. Do you want to know a solution to this? Sell everything you have and move to Africa. Are you telling me there's no crime in Africa? Is that what we're saying?
Oh no, there's some crime over there now.
Look, I ain't talking about your people necessarily, CBN, but there's some hustlers over there in Nigeria. So you already know they're hustling. But no, seriously, y'all. Seriously, we are getting rid of all the middle class. We're going to have poor people and people with money. So how are you going to come out of this? What are you going to do to survive this? We really need to think about it because, again, I say 2:00 in the afternoon, Bojangles had no chicken. No chicken. And if that's the way it's going to be, then they can't survive like that, y'all. Y'all know they can't. And can we have a business of our own too? I have a small business, which it would be kind of hard pressed for a robot to do my business, but
exactly.
They already got them on the corner in some places. I seen them. They was trying it. It malfunctioned. And I don't see how it can work, but they trying it, y'all.
Well, and also security boss. I don't know if you watch the world news. However, in China, they had 12 robots that malfunctioned.
Mm-hmm. To kill people.
And they deleted almost 200 people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in fact, they went through the whole factory. They had to shut them down, burn them up, and beat them down to stop them. The humans were the target.
Yep.
And that's what. And look,
I can
Elon.
well see that happening. You got to throw some water on them or something. I can see that happening.
Man. Elon Musk said, listen, the AI will be the death of us. He said, when we build things that will have a mind of their own and start thinking on their own and have their own emotions on what is safe for them, what happens one day when they say humans are not safe for us anymore? What happens?
Well, black man, are humans safe for us? Think about this. Are they safe? If I can't rely on you, if I can't entrust you to pay you per hour that you're going to make my chicken and sell it the way it's supposed to be sold, I'm forced to sell my business or shut it down. What am I supposed to do? I can't rely on you no more. I can't continue to do this.
Security.
And you taking my livelihood and putting it in your back pocket and sitting on it and being on, Instagram or whatever. I can't let you do it anymore. Hold on for a minute. Trey says, all of security will be AI. Yeah, but it is not going to work. We were training with AI robots before I left the department. It's not going to work, Trey. I can see it being in real high criminal situations, meaning like if it's a bomb threat, if it's a person that's mentally ill. But how do you I can see you sending in the robot first, but I still see several men having to be around that robot for, reasons that the robot couldn't cover. But they tried it, Trey, downtown in California, I think, and the robot didn't do a good job. He denied. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Security boss.
Sure.
Listen, AI is taking over. And let me tell you something. I saw something the other day, and I know I'll be joking, y'all, but this ain't no joke. The other day, they have a robot now that can fully, 150% fully make love to a man.
Black man, didn't we talk about this about a year ago? It was me, you, and Aaron. Oh, you remember the one with the ginger one with the red hair? Oh, yeah.
They trained, and I'm not going to go into the details because we want to keep it clean. They have trained the female robot. They've trained her to know all the senses of the man, what to touch, how to touch it, the sensations in the fingertips, the eyes, the mouth, the skin texture, how soft she feels, the breast, the body, the butt. I mean, man, listen, they showed the robot actually, and I sat and watched it with my brother. My brother said, "Boy, they finna sell out."
Has it been a year ago? You remember she was beautiful with the ginger hair, red, the blue eyes. Remember we had the picture of her. She was beautiful, y'all. But I'm going back to Big Ant. Big Ant, listen to me. Listen. My mouth was ready for some chicken. I wanted them wings. You don't understand. I want them wings. I want that nice biscuit. The honey. I like to put honey on my biscuit. And you don't understand. It was 2:00 in the afternoon, and I needed that wing, and they didn't have none. I didn't know what to do. They did me a favor, but I wanted them wings, Anthony. I'm calling them Anthony. Big Ed, I wanted the wings. But anyway, listen, like, man, you are right. And that's what men who are of high value, that is what they're going to do. They're going to resort. I hate this, though. They're going to result to having women that are robots, and they're going to be telling the woman what to do. And hopefully she don't just all of a sudden do like iRobot, wake up one morning to be real, because she going to go.
Imagine this, security boss, you programming your robot, your woman. Just imagine if you high value, man, you got all this money, and you can program the robot to make love to you how you want to, clean up, cook, everything you want to do. And there's nothing you could, man, now what they're going to be saying, security boss, they're going to be on panels like this in 20 years. Well, we're losing our men to these damn robot women. Listen.
They should listen. They already said they're losing them to, can I say PRON? PORN? Can I say that? Anyway, they're losing them to porn. They losing them to porn and all of that already.
Yep.
They're saying that, the men like, look, we don't even want to deal with you. So what did they call her? How much? Wait a minute. Got two questions. Do you remember her name and how much they said she was?
I can tell you right. Hold on. Give me a second. Because hold on.
It's a real thing, y'all. She was a beautiful robot, and she looked so real. It was crazy.
Man, they showed her doing all kind of stuff. Boy, she can work it.
This was a year ago.
I got it. So the robot is right now. You could purchase one. The one that is $3,465.
That's all.
$34.65. I guess that's the base model.
What you mean? Wait a minute. That's cheaper than a car. You can buy a whole woman for $3,000.
$3,465.
$3,500. You can buy a whole woman.
$3,500. You buy a whole woman.
You need to hide that. You need to hide that somewhere because that's too low.
Ooh, it's gonna get to the point that damn robot's gonna have
a malfunction and have him in a death grip. Look. Okay, Nicole says you're gonna have them in a death grip. Okay, listen, they're beautiful, but black man, $3,500. I can't trust that. That ain't right.
So hold on. So that's what I was getting to. So I'm reading it right now to you. It says the sex dolls are becoming more advanced day by day. The first generation, see, they're doing it in generations. First generation sex doll is $3,465, so $3,500. Second generation hopped up another $3,500, so you are looking at $7,150, right? If you want one right now, that is security boss, hold on to your chair. If you want one that's 100% human-like, $75,340. And her name is Dolores.
Do you got a picture of Dolores? Can you? Is that Dolores?
Let me pick up a picture of Dolores real
quick.
Blue
eyes, the red hair with the
Oh, I can't send you this. I can't send you this. I can't.
Don't do it. Don't
do
it.
I can't send you this.
Remember, we had to look at it off. Yeah, Dolores.
They got to bust it open.
Stop!
I can't do it. Let me turn it off.
Oh my God! They are exploiting the robot.
Oh my God! Security boss.
Who's doing this? Is those people in China?
Yes.
Oh my God! Oh no! So you can.
They're gonna sell out.
Are they giving you all like the?
Hold on. So the base model name is Dolores. The base model is Dolores. The middle one is Robin, and then the one for the $75,000, her name is Marvella.
Oh my God, y'all.
You can get them in any color. You can choose their breast size. You can choose their butt size. You can choose their lip size.
How much is a Quisha?
They don't sell them secure.
That would be probably Robin, and then you can make her how you want her. Listen, y'all think we joking. This is really real. About a year ago, we looked this up, and they was
my God.
And she was actually a very, very beautiful. Can I call her a woman?
Yeah, you might as well.
Is she identifying as a woman?
Oh my God. Security boss.
She can't have no baby though. She can't have no baby.
So she can't have no baby. Security boss. Wait, but you know what? You know what could happen?
Ooh, don't you say it. They could put that fake womb in her.
And put an egg in there with a sperm and let that robot carry that baby.
Ladies, I'm going to need for y'all to get y'all stuff together because we done figured out a way that they don't need us no more. They got Marvella. Is it Marvella?
Marvella, Robin, and Dolores.
They got Marvella for less than $100,000. How much is the womb, black man?
I don't know, but they said they said you could pick all the sizes with breasts, everything.
Oh.
But the one for $75,000, they said this robot has saliva, has vaginal discharge as far as
what? Wait a minute. What?
Look here. Look, security boss. They say this dog can have an orgasm. What they putting in the dog?
They're not gonna need us anymore.
The dogs got wet. The dogs got wet for JJ's security boss.
Oh my God! Oh, you need $100,000 and we're out of here.
Oh Lord, have mercy! Oh, okay. Oh my God! Hey, security boss, can you imagine 20 years from now the dog?
Wait a minute, Booker wrote it. You are too, but wrote it about squirting Pennzoil. Wrote it. Stop.
Security boss. Can you imagine 20 years from now, the robots have their own show?
Oh God.
Welcome to AI Unfiltered or something crazy.
Squirting Pennzoil.
Oh my God.
Ronan. Marvella is not doing it. That might be Robin, but not Marvella.
Yeah, I can hit the robot
is
now.
Top of the line, 75,000.
75,000.
Black man, don't even give them the site, black man. I don't want nobody get no ideas, but I gotta tell y'all, She is a beautiful robot.
Yes.
She is a beautiful robot. The one they were making, that red hair was really pretty, and those
I got.
blue eyes.
Hold on, I found a good picture of her. I found a good picture.
One that was okay.
That's just the head. Just the
Okay.
oh well,
Okay.
just the top part of the.
Slide it up there very gently now.
Okay, hold on, give me just a minute.
Audience.
Yeah, it's just the face. It's just the face. And this one, her name is Harmony, so they're working on her right now.
Okay, let's see what Harmony look like.
Harmony
sound like a stripper.
Harmony, yeah, this Harmony. Hold on. Okay,
Right there, stop playing. Show them a good time picture.
I am.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna share my screen real quick if I can, Mr. Boss. Okay, here we go. Share screen. All right, here we go. It's just her face. Hold on. Let me find it. Oh, there it is. Here it is. This is Harmony.
I can't see. Harmony look like what's that girl name that rap? What's the girl? I can't. Don't cook, don't clean. What's her name?
Oh, Cardi B. Security Boss. Wait a minute.
That's Harmony right there, y'all. How much is Harmony?
Oh, she's a new product. So they're working on her now. So she's gonna be more than 75.
Oh well, y'all.
Yeah, she's gonna be up there with the Teslas and the Bentleys and the.
Yeah, that one. Harmony ain't hitting on nothing, y'all. I ain't like her.
Yeah,
Marvella was beautiful, but Harmony. But listen, guys. No, honestly, this is where we're going because guess what? Criminal activity. Is that our default? Is that what we turn into? I mean, is that because guess what? All the jobs are going away. We've seen it happen. They are looting and breaking into, stealing everything at Walmart, Target, to the point that we don't even want to go. I won't go to Walmart.
But my question is, Security Boss, why are we seeing the same? I don't know. I think it's something up. Why are we only seeing them hit the stores that are most popular amongst retail? Walmart, Target, right? Why we don't see the stores that have? Why won't see Cons, Best Buy?
What's that? I know what Best Buy is, but what's Cons? Oh, furniture store, right?
It's a huge, but it's a huge electronics store too.
Oh,
if you go in Best, you can get more out of Best Buy than you could ever out of Walmart. They got computers, computer screens, Apple products, all the newest cell phones, the newest TVs, surround sound systems, refrigerators, stove. I mean, you can go in there and have a field day. So why are they not breaking into?
Let me tell you something though. Something I've learned about Best Buy. They got this new Best Buy program now. The stores are different now. They're not like they used to be. They're not stocking stuff in Best Buys anymore. You can get what's on the wall, but they're not stocking the stuff. You know how?
Oh, you so right. You got to order it.
You got to order. Oh, they bringing it in. It's not like. And guess what else they done got me the other day? They done blocked off one door. You know how it used to be? You could just the sliding doors in and sliding doors out. Oh no, everybody coming in and out the same door now. So it's just not like, it's not functional like it used to be. And they've made the stores much smaller, and they're not, they don't have all the stuff that they used to have inside the stores. So that's probably come from being hit, but they think they keep stuff quiet in some places. But I guess Walmart, I don't know if it's maybe because all the camera, all the hoopla, because there's so many of them or what have you. But I didn't know they went up in Target like that though. I didn't know Target was one of them.
Hey, and Mr. Boss, I sent you a video of the AI that they're working on now for as far as emotional stuff. This AI doll, they haven't finished it yet, but it's the face and the ironwork. But however, this AI doll has emotions. This man is pointing his finger in this AI's face, and the AI machine gets pissed off and grabs his hand and frowns at him and puts his hand back down. I just sent it to Mr. Boss.
Listen. I remember when we took a trip to Vegas, and Vegas is very automated too. You got bartenders that fix your drinks. They've been doing it for a long time. So they've been canceling out jobs for a very long time. So we are recommending now that y'all get y'all a job that is geared to a trade or something. Because if a robot can do it, you're gonna be out. I'm planning on retiring.
Yeah.
Mr. Boss say he already retired. Because guess what? What we're gonna do? But I am getting very, very nervous about this criminal activity because they taking cars. They actually at the car show, not the real car shows, but I'm talking about at these little meetups they're doing. They are stealing the cars from their friends at the meetups. They making them get out. They carjacking the cars at the meetups, y'all. They telling the young whoever I guess pulls up on the scene and they like their car, they be like, "Get out, you gotta go." So that's what they're doing at the meetups.
Yeah, and that's why, right? It's like because the world is getting so weird, right? This is what my wife and I do. You know, I'll get out and get gas, and I know that's a hot spot, right? So when I put, so when you pump me gas, it just hop in and take off. So I told my wife, I say, baby, I have my AR behind my truck seat, right? I don't bother it unless it's gonna get real nasty. But I always have mine on my hip. When I get out the pump gas, I have on my hip, and my wife has hers on her lap. So if you pop up in there, you're gonna get popped up on. I ain't gonna be I told my wife, keep that on you. As soon as I pull up, she pull it out, put it right on her leg, and she ready. Hand on the trigger.
Listen, let's take back. This is wild right here, y'all. Let's take a look. Yes, let's take a look at this video with the. How come she got to have dark skin if she got to be sensitive? Why she got to be Caucasian with sensitivity like this? Let's look. Let's play this video. Let me see what she doing.
Got Negro dolls.
Did you see her face?
Look, watch. Keep watching.
Oh my God.
Watch this. Look at her face. See, I've been slapped the hell out of her right there. I'm telling you, man. I am.
Oh my.
Look at her. She's
You see, look at her face like she's smelling something.
That's Bonquisha right there.
Oh, that's LaQuisha.
That's
LaQuisha right there. Who was that wanted them a LaQuisha? Who was it? Me, LaQuisha, right there.
There she go right there.
But she natural though, ain't she?
Look how she leaned her head back.
Her face. Y'all, this is crazy.
She can frown and everything. I'm telling you, but listen. So if she can do that, imagine what the sex doll's doing.
LaQuisha gonna do that too. Don't even worry about it. They gonna fix her up. I wonder how it's gonna be like being rejected by a robot.
A doll, AI, yeah.
Yeah, AI gonna reject you.
Somebody asking, are they making male dolls the same way? They're only working on the women dolls right now.
Listen, guys, they're trying to get rid of us. They're not trying to get rid of themselves. This is us. They don't want to fool with no more. It's us. We're the problem. That's what they say anyway. Look, Black Lexicon, we got her for you right there. You gonna put in your bid. We got to figure out how much she costs because she's sensitive. The other ones wasn't sensitive. They just did whatever you told them to do. She gonna give you some kickback. So it's gonna be a real life experience. She gonna give you a real life experience. Oh no, Big Ed. Big Ed, you are so right. He said, oh my God, they made a Kayla.
Oh, wait a minute.
He said they made a Kayla robot. Big Ed. Shh.
Stop it.
I'm supposed to say stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Y'all are so funny. What is wrong with you all? That's LaQuisha. We did meet LaQuisha today. But listen, I'm serious. This is crazy, y'all. They are going to retake. They're going to. I am feeling endangered right now.
Hey, now security boss.
I got a husband. Yes, sir.
They do have a guy out there. He got a cheap doll. She probably $200. But they do have a guy out there that is actually married to a sex doll.
You mean the sex doll like the one you blow up and put in your car and ride in the
No, a step above that.
Well, I ain't getting ready to ask no questions about that.
And sometimes, like, she get damaged, she get chipped or something like that. He'll send her off to get her fixed and redone, and they'll bring it
made out of.
I have no idea.
What? I ain't never heard of that. I've seen them little rubber dolls you blow up, but you still say the Terminator. I think it would be like the movie if they don't make more. Yes, listen, she did look like a Terminator though. She had an attitude. Did you see her face? Her nose went up like she was smelling something when he put his hand in her face. That was, y'all, where are they getting this sensitivity from and all this census things? Why would they do that? Why would this robot need to have all of this?
I just sent it to Mr. Boss.
Oh gosh. Black Lexicon said, are there any other ways we can piss God off even more? Gosh, you are so right. you know what? He ain't, I ain't gonna say no more. But again, guys, we got to have some answers to this criminal thing. Have we just decided to be criminals? Is this where we're going? How can we live like this? D-Mac, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. He says Amazon real money is made via Amazon Web Service T. Listen, we were just speaking about Amazon. Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Amazon is laying off 9,000 people. And we were just like, where do these people go for jobs? We already know that there's going to be a big inflation, it's going up, and unemployment now is coming. It's coming.
Security
So where are these people going to get their food to eat and pay this rent that now rent for one bedroom is what? $1,800. We already talked about this. When you are working, average income, what, $50,000, and now you have no place to work. What's going to happen?
Yep. And I'm gonna let this go after this. But can you imagine, security boss? All jokes aside, that if stores or security or AI is getting that proficient and that strong and that amazing, imagine if we had one. If a woman came home, like say for instance, they had one in every household, and a woman came home with a man, and that doll would do face recognition on that man and say, before you lay down with him, he does have 5 children. And in 2001, he was tested and is HIV positive. He also had syphilis in 2014. Do you still want to sleep with this man? Imagine if you had a face recognition to identify a person, go through their medical records before you sleep with them. Wouldn't be no excuses then.
That means we need to put them on every corner.
Every corner.
That sounds like a smart one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that could be what like Trey was saying, that could be what the police officer AI would do. Christopher Lee, thank you so much. Shout out to the one of the realest sisters I know, SB. Thank you so much, Christopher, for your $5 super chat. But listen, guys, I'm serious. This is really making me nervous. No lie, y'all. When I see people, we've talked about this for a while. Actually, for the past year, we've hit it here and there. Initially, they ran up into the Louis Vuitton stores, high-end designer stores. You remember that, Black Man?
Mm-hmm.
And they were hitting the trains that had the things in the train, the luxury items on the train.
Mm-hmm.
And some people really thought it felt like it was okay. Maybe they need to do that. What do you mean? How do we need to be criminals? And I swear to y'all, I'm not a criminal in any way, but I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what are these people going to do when all the jobs are gone, when there's no way to make any money? You ain't gonna have no food nearby. It's gonna get really, really real. So what do we do? How do you protect yourself? And how do you also continue to help others that need to have food and shelter and all that stuff? Or do you just say, look, federal government, it's up to you. You caused this. Now what? What do we do?
Yeah,
this is coming. This is coming. We've been like playing around with it, not paying attention, acting like it's not real because it hasn't affected us. But when you see things like this, Walmart and Target being on a regular day, this ain't Christmas, y'all. This wasn't Christmas. The Louis Vuitton store and the other high-end luxury stores was around Christmas. This ain't Christmas. This is on a Monday. Yep. The store closed. This is going to be a lot of us when we're driving down the street and the young boy decide he wants your car or your truck. Or like Black Man said, when you at the gas station and you left your car on or whatever, and you left your family in the car, you went in there to buy some candy for your kid and they slide on in there and take your car away. What are we going to do?
Yep.
I'm getting real nervous about this, but I mind my business though. I'm going to tell you something, Black Man, I know you ain't going to do it, but Mr. Boss got a gas tank on his truck. So he could just fill me up from at home. He go fill it up. He go.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
He fill for our cars too, because if it's like not a good gas station around or gas station that we use in the area, he'll go fill his tank up and fill up our cars. So our officers don't have to worry about it because you don't want them driving around town either. So that might be something you want to take a look at.
Absolutely.
If you got kids and your wife out there, you don't really want them out there, you could definitely use your gas pump on the back.
Oh, that's the rule in my house. I go fill up all the cars. Ain't no woman in my house, my oldest daughter or my wife or ever going to stop at a store to get no gas. Ever.
Right. So,
So
Mr. Gilbert say, SB, you and Mr. Boss need to get body armor. Do you not think that me and Mr. Boss don't have body armor? We got body armor. We really do. Mr. Boss ain't slack nothing about shooting nothing. You got to keep it real. This is crazy, y'all, because on the flip side of it, we don't want everybody to have weapons either, but we don't want nobody taking ours either.
Right. And that's what I don't understand, security. Well, help me, you in the security field, maybe you can help me understand. So I walked into a place and I tried to do the right thing, and my wife tried to hold me accountable because I get hard-headed at times. But I walk in and I go everywhere with mine. It's on my hip. And I walk in, they got the law on the door where you can't bring the gun in. But I'm saying, damn. So I do some research, and all the shootings or mass shootings are places where in restaurants or movie theaters, these signs have been up and people have returned to their car to return their weapons back to the car. The bad guy not following those rules. If he want to shoot up a movie theater, he gonna come right in that door, pass right by that damn sign, and I look at it and shoot up everybody. I told my wife, listen, in this one law, I'm gonna have to break because I cannot be sitting in here and my gun in the truck and a man coming here shooting unlawfully in here shooting, man, and my gun in the truck. No. I can't. I don't know, but you can help. Maybe you can help me.
We don't go places you can't have your gun, but you make sure you need to have your concealed carry.
Right. Well, in Texas, you can't do. We don't need that no more here. I have mine. I don't have mine. Texas passed a law that you no longer need to have a license to carry.
No, what about concealing it though?
No, none of that. You can have it. You don't have to conceal it. It can be out. It can be in. It doesn't matter. In Texas, they passed a law a year and a half ago.
So then you just need to be real selective about where you go.
Yep. Because right now I can walk in. I can walk in there with my AR on my back in a restaurant. Sit down and put my AR on the table.
Oh my God! It scared everybody in there.
Yeah. The white boys don't. They walking in with their ARs on their shoulders. Groups some walking in with guns. They know you can do. Gonna call the police. They're not causing no harm to nobody. They just following the rules of the state.
So how do they feel about you concealing it then? Is it bad or good, or does it matter at all?
It don't matter at all.
Okay.
You can conceal it. It could be it could be unconcealed. It could be concealed. It doesn't matter. Texas said it doesn't matter. The only rule that they have is the age limit where you can buy a gun, and if you are a convicted felon, you cannot buy one. You can't have one. But anybody else, if you're not a convicted felon, you can carry.
You still have to have your concealed carry license in the state that I live in. So
yeah, it may be coming.
Yeah, we have to have it. So you can't just even, of course, it's in your car. You still can't conceal it unless you have a license. Yeah. So you have to have it sitting out or your license to have it concealed. But again, we don't go places where because they're shooting in the malls now.
Restaurants.
That, yeah. I haven't been in any restaurants where they've been shooting, but I can imagine it's happening there too. And you don't know which way to go. I mean, you can imagine, but still.
And it ain't got to be nothing about me. I could be having dinner with my wife and two dudes get into it on that side and he starts shooting.
They're going to fly. Yeah.
They coming.
They coming. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just getting scary. So y'all make sure that if you're going to carry a weapon, I would say go ahead out there and prepare yourself to buy one. I was telling Mr. Boss this the other day. Today, it might have been today. And I was like, I don't think these young men have gotten a whole class on how to use a weapon.
No.
Because I'm going to tell you why I said that. Is y'all probably heard this story. A young man was actually shot by the police officer, and he was shot because he was sitting in a car at 3 a.m. in front of his grandmother's house. The car was on. He said he didn't go inside because he got there so late, he didn't want to wake her up. But she woke up at about 3 a.m, saw this car outside that she was not familiar with, called the police, y'all. Call the police. Police comes. He's asleep in the car with his gun in his lap. When they woke him up, they end up shooting him. I think they said about 9 times.
Damn, why?
Because I hate to say this. I don't know why they're going to release the video, but I can imagine. Now, let's picture this. Let's just keep it all the way real. Black men, if you sit in your car and you sleep 3 o'clock in the morning, you got a gun on your lap, where's your hand?
On it.
Then somebody come beating on the window, startling you. What you going to do? What you going to do? Tell the truth.
Right there.
Jump up.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to jump. I'm going to pull up. Oh, it's going to pull up.
And when he pulled up, guess what they did?
Shot him. Yep, they shot him.
They shot him. So he's definitely looking to sue. But guess what? The sad part about it is grandma the one who called the police on him. He was in a rental car. She did not know the car. He did not bother to call her when he got to the house to tell her, Granny, I'm outside. So he said he was going to just sit there and wait till the next morning. He did that. She woke up anyway for whatever reason, saw the car out there, called the police and told them there's a strange car in my yard running. She could not see the young man, and they came. He had his gun on his lap. They startled him, I'm sure. He probably was so tired, they probably beat on the window for a second. And then when he finally jumped up, he's going to say he didn't do this. But come on, y'all. Y'all know if he had a gun in his lap, his hand was on it because he was fearful just by having it on his lap, because he could have had it in the seat beside him. He didn't. He had it on his lap. And when they woke him up, I'm sure his hand went right on that gun. He didn't know who they were, but they saw him and they let him have it. They didn't know who he was. They didn't know who he was. They were in the wrong frame of mind because of grandma. I know grandma is sick. But he's out of the hospital now, and he's fine. He's fine, but he's now going to sue the police department because they said they were over. What's the word they want to call it? What do they want to call it? They overreacted, but it's not overreacted. Is what they did, but they did too much. Is what they was trying to say, because they shot him. They shot him 9 times.
Wow. Now there is also, to add to what you just said, there was a lady in Idaho Springs, right?
Well, wait a minute. Trey said this exact thing happened to him.
Wow.
Except it was 4 guys in the car. Trey, we gonna drop the link. I want to hear this story, but go ahead, black man.
So this 75-year-old lady took her granddaughters to Starbucks. The police officer approached her and said, "We've been having some robberies in the area. And your car," she said, "I'm parked in a Starbucks parking lot."
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
You see how much they paid her?
No, I didn't see what happened.
They offered her, they took her granddaughters out, 10, 11, and 8 years old, slammed them on the ground, handcuffed them. I'm like, oh my God, it'd been my babies, I'd be dead. They slammed them on the ground. She came out, they put handcuffs on her, pushed her into the window. And she said, "We're just trying to get coffee, and I was going to let my grandbabies use the bathroom."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Well, it's a suspicious area." Okay. So they tried to settle with her for $500,000. Her lawyer told her, "Hell no. We going to court. We going to trial." They went to trial. They just paid them $7.3 million.
Whoa. I remember hearing her say that we just been driving all night.
Yep.
I pulled up and they said, "You've been here for a while." And she said, "I know that they open at 5 a.m. And he said, he was wondering, like, why haven't you gone in and gotten your coffee? And she was like, I'm tired. I've been driving all night.
$7 million.
That's the part I see. Woo, gosh, that's crazy. But this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is the kind of, everybody is going to be just a little bit more anxious. And if they have a weapon, they're going to be a little bit more apt to use it, because you're not going to know what atmosphere this person, what they're thinking. And thank you, Black Lexicon. He said excessive force. That's what they're suing the police officers for, excessive force. But, was it? I mean, yeah, they shot him 9 times. Grandma put them in the frame of mind as though she was being threatened in some way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They got there. The gun is in his lap. That's the first thing he grabbed was that gun. You know that.
But can he that's what I was going to ask you, because I know you're in the business. Do you think he can justify him pulling that gun up, being startled in his lawsuit? Because I know he's going to sue.
He's probably going to say he didn't pull it up. He probably didn't pull it up. They probably didn't give him a chance to pull it up, but he's probably had his hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just terrible all around. Now the fact that it was, black man, I don't know how you call this one. It was just wrong all the way around. They shouldn't have had to come there with the temperament that this was a crime, but they did, because grandma said there's somebody in my yard that
in a mysterious car.
I don't know who it is. The car is running. I need you. So they came in there high alert. When they got there, looked in the car, the young man had a gun on his lap. Y'all, what do you do about this as a police officer? You don't give him an opportunity to shoot you. You don't do that.
Right. But is there a way? I don't know police training, so I ain't assuming nothing. But I'm saying, is there a way to see the gun and be like, oh, he's armed and he's asleep? Like, is there a way to back off and be like, hey, get out of the car, or command him to get out of the car? Which wake
him up. I'm pretty sure, beating on the window. They got video, so we're gonna see the video, and then the video will determine it. But I'm sure they probably tried to wake him up before they. I'm assuming we're gonna see on the video, but the thing would have been to wake him up. But how much can you wake him up though without him coming up with that gun?
Right.
You're talking about seconds. You're talking about seconds of right and wrong. But then too, was it more than one officer? Did one come on this side of the car? Was one on this side of the car? I don't know. I can't wait to see the video to see. But the young man lived. He rolled out of the hospital. I think he's going to actually recover 100%. This is going to be good. But guess what though? Why didn't he just call his grandma when he got home and say, Granny, I'm outside, no matter how late it was?
Yeah, he probably was too tired. He could probably even make it in the house. He probably just fell asleep.
Shoot.
But security about even in Texas though, like right now, that stand your ground and castle doctrine laws in Texas. Right now, if a police officer, and I think it should have been a law. Well, I don't know. I can't say. But if a police officer wrongfully enters your home without a search warrant and you shoot him, you're not going to jail.
Prototype, give me a wave back in the background. There you go.
Oh, that's my boy, Prototype. What's going on, boy? There you go. What's going on, Prototype?
What's going on, man?
What's going on,
I seen you guys was live, man. I had to come say what's up to you guys.
Good to see you, brother.
How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
So, Prototype, you've been listening to all this craziness we're going through today.
I caught a little bit of it. I think the main question is right. The title of the show is what is it? Is criminal activity the default now?
Yeah.
Right. So, is it the default? Right. I would say yes, it is. Until we get fathers back in the home, until we get the nuclear family back going. We had a show about this on Prototype Dad on how to prevent your kids from getting in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about why young men are hitting the streets, is because either they feel the pressure to provide for their mom. They're growing up too fast. They feel man pressure too soon. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, we're not teaching our youth how to make the appropriate money. You know what I mean? Like if you think back, we used to have the trades of our parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my grandfather was a concrete layer. You know, he did construction, right? So he would take me on jobs with him. So I know how to do roofs. I know how to put up drywall. I know how to paint. You know what I mean? It's those kind of skills. You know, my grandmother used to. I seen my grandmother in 1 week cater a wedding, make all the dresses for the wedding and the vests for the groomsmen, and still work a full-time job at the bank. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like so I know how to cook. You know what I mean? When my money is low, I could always go to a restaurant. You know, there's high turnover rates in restaurants. I can go and be a line cook real quick. Just, you know what I mean? Stay out the streets. So it's those little skills that we're not teaching our youth anymore. You know what I mean? And them trades that we're not passing down. So until we get, the full generations back, nuclear families back where we can teach our kids the trades. Like my kids, I'm a software developer. My kids know how to code. You know what I mean? They don't have to go to school for that. They can now they now have the skills to code. All of my kids, right? So it's that kind of stuff where until we could do that stuff again, our boys are going to look to go to the streets. The streets is going to be the answer until we get out of this 80% thing. I think it's going back the other way. You know what I'm saying? Because I think millennial fathers are, trying to do better. But until we could go back the other way, man, that's going to be the default.
What is this 80% thing you're speaking of?
With the single parent home thing.
Oh, okay.
And that's exaggerated, right? That's an exaggerated number, but yeah, understand.
Listen, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to SB Nation because over here, this is the love lane. At SB Nation, everybody gets married.
Okay.
That is the main objective is the nuclear family. So I appreciate so much that you're being here, and I want you mentioned that you have a channel. Can you shout out your channel and just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Man,
Because
anybody
that believes in the nuclear family and marriage and making wives and husbands, I mean, they're down with us. So go ahead and do that for us, please.
So the channels are Prototype Dad. We're on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you can find us. And we basically just talk about what dads need to do, what we go through, and what we need to do to be better. It's a positive message. That's not spread. We don't necessarily, we don't talk about women over there. You know what I mean? It's all about men conversations and what we need to, we have episodes about fashion. We have episodes about cooking Thanksgiving dinners. We got episodes about fear, like the things men fear. We have episodes like this one. You know what I mean? Or we have episodes about how to interact law enforcement. We got tons of content over there, man. And yeah, come check us out for sure.
So we also have a house troll over here. Do you need one?
A house troll?
Yes, every site needs one. Every channel needs one.
I mean, if it's gonna bring some energy to the channel and for it, you know what I mean? So
Sugar Bomb. It's a man over there. Sugar Bomb. Sugar Bomb is her name. She's the channel troll. We love her. She's not married. She wants to be married at about 35. I'm sure she's a beautiful young lady, but she trolls me and she loves me too, and I do the same for her. So I am willing to share her with you if you can get her married.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're really setting me up for.
But you don't know what a troll. Come up, prototype.
I know what a troll is, but you're like a house troll, and you're like showing her love. Like normally, you just ignore those people, right? Just keep it moving.
No, you embrace your trolls. They only make you better.
Yeah, I mean maybe so, but you don't, no reason to talk to them.
Really? Well, see, it's a little bit different. Didn't I tell you this was Love Lane?
Look, we love over our prototype dad too. That's what I'm saying. We don't talk about nothing negative over there.
And see what I'm saying? You understanding? See, you got it. We don't do negative. If we have trolls that visit us often, we embrace them, because if you're over here, you're gonna get exactly what you need to find you a husband or a wife, and pretty soon you're gonna be talking just like we're talking, and you're gonna have no need to troll anymore, or your trolling will look different. It's gonna be more like, well, I'm gonna get married real soon. See, it started with I hate men. Now it's well, I'm gonna get married when I'm 35.
Well, they all want to get married.
See what I'm saying?
Regardless, that's just a that's just a front. They all want to get married deep down.
Prototype, you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is what it is.
So can I ask you
with us? He is with us on this.
Absolutely. Can I ask y'all a question? In the world that we live in now, where a kid can get on TikTok and make $100,000 in 2 months.
Gosh.
How realistic is that? Come on.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, if you go look at the top, like there's a guy, oh my God, I don't know his name, but he just stares at the screen like this all day. And he don't say nothing, he don't move, he just buck his eyes, he's making $1 million a year. Like,
I mean, but that's like saying black kids going to the league just because they play football. Come on, like,
right, exactly. So that's my question. Right now, getting the kids off the block. Say, for instance, you want them out the streets, stop selling drugs. What do you say to a kid that you're trying to transition back into the responsibility of what he's supposed to do? What do you say to, hey, get a trade and make $80,000 a year when some of these dudes are slinging dope, making that in a few months, if they're selling right?
Well,
how do we combat that? Is what I'm asking.
I mean, it's not that you got to combat that, right? It's really of making sure they have a way to get out, a solid plan to be out. You know what I mean? Like, talk to them through that way. I come from a generation where, like, I'm the only one in my circle who didn't hit the streets.
Me too.
So I understand everybody who does hit the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, the goal is to make sure they could transition, opposed to you got to stop doing this now.
Right.
The goal would be like, look, okay, you're doing this, but how are you going to get out? Give them that to think about, right? Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get out. This is what I'm gonna do with this bread. Like, quite frankly, we're at a disadvantage as a community, right? Like, I understand a D boy paying for school. You know what I mean? If that's what you got to do to pay for school and get out of there with no student loans, I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying I understand.
I understand, right?
You know what I mean? But if you're just out, if you're just doing the streets just to do the streets for kicks and giggles, you're gonna end up what you end up with, man. And blessings to you. But save the ones you can and make sure they got a plan to get out, and something to do, like, hey, like, this is what you need to do to get out. This is what's on the other side. Blah 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 blah. I'm now at the point where what I do, I live like they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do everything a D-boy could do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I travel like them. I dress like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I drive like, so it's, but now now that it's flipped, they're looking at me like, dang, maybe I should have did something a little different. You understand what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. Is your your channel is called
Prototype Dad.
Prototype Dad. Let me ask you something, and this is not to take away from anything. I'm just asking a question. Do you have in your mission statement and the way you do what you're doing to reach these young men? What is your foundation built on, if you don't mind me asking?
It's based on a missing space that I didn't see. Right, I got tired of the women bashing. I got tired of that kind of voice and a real man's voice. Right. So what conversations are we really having? And it's not the ones on YouTube that's being publicized. We're having like the conversations I'm having with my peer group. We're talking about stocks. We're talking about living in the apocalypse. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about things we're actually dealing with, how to raise our daughters, how to raise our sons, how to coach teams. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about that kind of stuff. And I think that's what most men are dealing with. Most men aren't dealing with this extra gender wars nonsense. Like, there's not a whole bunch of that going on in real life. On the internet space, yeah, it's going rapid, but in real life, that's not a huge conversation.
Okay, Black man, you agree with that? Are they gender warring in the real space? Well, you know what? There may not be a war, but Black man would say, even in corporate America, the women are really, really off and out of order.
Out of order.
Whether there's a war in it or not, we still have some issues in real life.
It's not so much a war in the corporate area. It's more of a sneaky, right? You know, they call it sneaky link, right? So a lot of these women who are married, having sex with the manager over here, the supervisor over, like it's a big ass, bonding place for people to just to cheat on each other. You know what I mean?
Man,
Tell you walk in that parking garage, you see them heads on the lunch break, you be like, "What the hell going on over there?" Like it's bad. It's really like, and they'll get that bad. Man, bro. I can show.
It's not that
I'll tell you the back.
I mean, like I said, there's regular people in the world, man, and that's what's generally going on. And I work in IT, so maybe I'm not seeing a whole bunch of what you're talking about. I don't have those kind of coworkers, but I have some, but I'm probably the most savage out of all of them.
I gotta ask a question. How long you been in this space?
In what space?
YouTube.
Oh man, we just started in October.
Okay, so I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
I started in September 20. Well, no, that's not quite true, but let me just make sure I'm telling you right. I started September 2021 with this particular channel where I deal with relationships or whatever. And I was just, a lot of things I said sounded just like you, meaning, y'all, it can't be that bad. Oh, these people are not that bad. I said the same thing, I promise you.
I lived a lot of life though.
Well, you probably not much as me.
I'm not here to toot any horns or anything like that.
I'm just saying I'm probably older than you. That's all I'm
saying.
No,
it's not an age thing, but
well, that's what I'm talking about.
I've had my fair share of life. You know what I mean? Like I played
follow
college ball and all that kind of
you.
stuff. And
I agree with everything you said. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I was saying the same thing that you were saying. I'm with you. Yeah. I came here. I was like, I'm definitely gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because all of what I'm hearing just can't be true. And you're right, it's in these YouTube spaces, which is now resembling life a whole lot. A year and a half later is where we are right now. I promise you're gonna be like, wow, this is crazy. You're gonna be really surprised. But continue to do your work because I did. I just dug in deep, but I was definitely surprised with my women, my ladies that we love, more so than anything. I was very surprised.
I'm not surprised at them. I'm not surprised because I think all women want to be led, right? And I think they're only doing what the leadership is doing. Like currently, for a long time, the women have been at the helm of the community at our community. Our men haven't been present. So I know and understand that women handle problems like women handle problems. And men need to stop expecting women to handle problems like they would. You know what I mean? So however a woman gets the job done, that's what she does to do it. It's kind of difference between like a Loki and Thor, if you understand what I mean. I don't know, Black man. I think he does like comics and stuff like that, right? So like if you like a Loki is how he's around he's a roundabout and he's conniving and you know what I mean, he gets his job done however he gets it done, you know, and Thor is more brute leader. So that's the difference between like a man and a woman, and they're completely different. They handle situations completely different.
Oh,
Now, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
it's just a matter of that. And like I said, if without no leadership, if a man's not stepping up and telling a woman, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. When you leave women at the helm to handle business how they handle it, they're going to handle it just like that. You know what I mean? So I don't blame the women for what they're doing and how they're moving. The shift's got to happen with the men. And when the men, you know, start making homes, doing a nuclear family and leading the home and leading the community, that's when as a whole, as a community, that's when things will change. But until then, I don't blame women for handling problems the way they handle them. They're just trying to survive. Survival mode. People do different things.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think when a man is, I think anything that you lead, you have to have some type of authority over it. And I think in the community, let's just say what it is, the whole community is out of order. But I think that we should be able to correct our young men. And I think we should be highly, especially with our young ladies and our daughters and our nieces, we should also be able to correct them as well from a man's point of view, right? We can't leave it up for the women to do it all. Men have, like you just said, step up and lead, but that leadership looks different. That leadership is saying to your niece, hey, you're 14, you're not going to wear your breast out today. You're going to go change your clothes.
Where's her father?
Right? That's leadership. Or right. But what I'm saying is everybody ain't gonna have no daddy. So in the community, if
let's stop there.
Right.
Because everybody got a daddy.
Well, everybody got a dad, but I'm saying in the home, like across the street, I got a lady that just moved in across the street from my house, and she's a single mom, got two nice kids. But if her son gets out of line, I feel like being in this community and where I live, it is my responsibility to say, hey, young man, you don't talk to your mother like that.
Oh, definitely. No, definitely.
Young lady. Yeah, young lady. No. That's not how we do that here, right?
But
right.
there's a thing when a child connects with their parents. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They'll look at, like, I'll listen to my father because he looks like me, he acts like me, he walks like me. He's what I'm looking at as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's all a matter of men getting a hold of the situation. Men need to get custody of their kids if the situation don't work out between them and the mother.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what needs to happen. Men need to be at the helm of their children. Understand that those children are his. That's his legacy. It's not that woman's legacy. That's his. You know what I'm saying? So children belong to the men. And until men step up and take advantage and, you know, take control of that situation, or don't have kids out of wedlock, you know, don't get nobody, no kids that you can't control the situation. But it's all about men doing what they need to do. And like I said, once that happens, then the women will just fall. They'll fall suit. So they're handling problems because they're left alone to handle problems. And we can't be mad at how they're handling problems. We just need to step up and handle ours, and then the rest will just kind of fall into place. It's one of those things. I'm gonna leave this. Like, you ever know in the Bible, it doesn't have necessarily what to do when things are out of order. It just tells you to do the first thing to be in order. You do the first thing and everything else will be in order. It doesn't handle messed up situations. It handles first do the order. You understand what I'm saying? Getting married to have the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It don't talk much about being a stepdad or a baby daddy. It don't talk about that. It talks about being a husband and a father. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because because me, I could take my kids to, you know, go play ball in these nice, expensive places, right? But I'm in the gutter, right? And I'm not, you know, and I have to drive because I don't live in the bad area at all, but I have to drive out in the gutter. And when I get there, even correcting these big old boys and telling them what to do when I'm because I coach football, I tell them what to do and how to do this and do. and they come in with an attitude, they want to fight me. Then when you check them, here come mama. Now I'm asking you, if you're out there and you're trying to pour into a young man and the mom comes and says, hey, listen, prototype dad, don't say nothing else to my damn son no more. I don't care how disrespectful it is. You stay out my damn son's face. What do you, as a leader, what do you say? Because that happened to me. That has happened to me 17, 18 times. So what would you do in that situation when a mom come and try to check you?
All right. So that's not that great of a question, but I'll answer it anyway.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So growing up, I'll explain it like this, kind of in a parable way, right? Growing up, I played for all black teams, right? Where the coaches is yelling at you, hey, blah, 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 run your sprint. You know what I'm saying? You ain't blah, blah, they cussing at you.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you think
good old
that's the way that's the way you control your team, right? With that pounding force, right? I got to high school, and I don't think I ever heard. I had a white coach at that time. I don't think I ever heard him yell, because it was more like either you understand the opportunity you have here and act in line, or you're out, and it's the next man up will replace you. You know what I mean? So that's how you run your team. That mama come up to you, hey, don't talk to my son. You be like, look, this is what it is, right? The opportunity we have with this ball, this is what we're trying to do, XYZ, what he's going to learn here, he has the opportunity to learn. Now, if he can't control himself inside that parameter, then he can go and you can go. And then you'll be later on like, man, I should have stuck to football. I should have stuck to the game. I should have stuck to rugby or whatever the game. You know what I'm saying? You let people deal with the situations later on and regret it later. You know what I mean? So you don't have to yell and scream at a situation. You just got to understand you got the leverage. And if they want the opportunity you have, then they need to conform to what's going on in the situation.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. We got to have a conversation, but okay. We good. We're going to have, we'll get it in for sure.
But I appreciate you. I don't know if y'all kicking me off, but you know.
No, we're not kicking you off.
No, not at all, brother.
It's amazing to hear you speak, and I know that you're new to these YouTube platforms, and it's going to be amazing to pay attention to you. And I'm definitely going to try to keep up with you and invite you back sometime. You're welcome to come back anytime.
Absolutely.
But my one question, I was speaking to you about the foundation, and I think you mentioned it, or you made reference to the Bible, to God, the Creator. Because that's the one that actually gives order. And the part that I want to mention,
the one with Christ,
the one,
I'm with Christ.
I'm going with Creator, because everybody believes that. Everybody don't believe in Christ.
But that's the one that matters. But go ahead.
I can't see you go lose a bunch of people with that, because
that's okay.
You have to plant the seed though. See,
no, we had that conversation. That was actually our last conversation, right? It was about God and how they feel about God. And I had a guy that, kind of studies Kemet. I had him on. I had different voices on, you know what I mean? And we kind of had that conversation. And I made sure I let them know, like, you can believe whatever you want, but
absolutely
at the end, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no penalty for believing in your God. You know what I'm saying? But there's a penalty for not believing in mine. So,
well, no, there's only one God. There's only one God, and
well, like I said, the one with Christ.
Christ, there's only one God. That's how. Well, anyway, my point he's the one that gave the order, and that's the problem with us, is that we don't always know the order. God gave us the order. It's the man, it's the woman. God created man. He gave him authority over all things, authority, dominion. He put him in a deep sleep and made the woman. So when you say we got to bring everybody back to order, that be woman included. It doesn't necessarily mean that the man has to be in order for the woman to be in order. But if the woman is married or in a relationship to be married with a man, she needs to know her purpose. And her purpose is
to be a helpmate.
Exactly. And that's the problem that we have, because not everybody knows their purpose, or the reason why we're even here, or why we're existing. And that's the problem that I come out with. That's where I always begin. If you can find a group of people that believes and understand that, you can definitely work these things out and everybody can be on the same page. But that is where we are. This generation that we're dealing with now, especially in this space, they don't give any reference or have any idea to that order or even their creator.
How are they supposed to know the order?
Because but you don't, I ain't gonna say they're supposed to, but that's what we have to give them. But I didn't know it was a secret that God created us.
I mean,
So it was a secret on how we got here. I didn't know it was one, but that's the problem I'm saying. That's the point I'm making to you. We do have to talk about that because no one in their space or in their time has mentioned it. So when you open their eyes to how you got here, then it makes more sense to them.
well, you gotta understand, man. There's a great falling away from the church right now, which is
And
supposed
I
to
didn't
happen.
mention anything about the church.
But I mean, but that's where the story would be generated. That's where we heard the story initially at church. So
No,
who's telling that story?
that's not true what you're saying. I mean, that's maybe how you got it, but that is not the truth. And then we have to deal with it not being everybody's truth because the church is within you. See, if we keep falling back on the church, people are going to pull away from it and have a reason to not want to
I'm
listen.
not saying fall back to what I'm saying is most of us got a lineage of where our daddies or granddaddies was pastors or blah 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 blah. Like it came like we all followed Christianity at some point. That's the root of it. You know what I'm saying? And in that came God and man and the role. But now there's a falling away from the church. And I'm not saying it's not it's not due. What I'm saying is people are not hearing the roles from the first place. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many people coming up in single parent homes nowadays. Where they getting the story from? All they do is see their mother struggle.
No, I'm agreeing with you with that. That's why I was saying that that's what we have to be. That's my point. That's what we have to be. We have to be not necessarily the church, that building. We have to be the church that is carried around in us. If it's Christ for you and that's where you want to begin, then that makes sense. But for me, I go back to the creation of it and let them swallow and plant that seed there and then open their eyes to that. And then we can go on creation because women need to know who they are because right now in these spaces, we're dealing with a feminist movement or a woman that's so sexually liberated. She know more than any man. And she's not listening to anything anybody says. She don't care nothing about no order. They don't need men to lead them. They don't care nothing about what we're saying. I mean, of course they know it, but that's not what they're submitting to.
But that's a lie. That's a lie they tell themselves, right? They do need men to lead them, and they want men to lead them. But when they never seen a man or don't hear many stories of a man to lead them, then they're like, I don't need no man to lead me.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So
that's why
they
you got to
need
take
it,
them
and
back to correction. That's why you have to take them back to the creation of it. See, if you make it for me, if I can make it as simple as it was not about you. God did it way before you. Then they have no choice. And if they got something else that's better, let me know. But the way I read it and the way it was done is God created Adam first. He was the only man that was here without a woman. He made the woman from him. And see, they can't fight that. That's creation. Now what you got? You don't have anything.
But people aren't. So it's hard. It's hard to tell people biblical things that's not biblically sound.
What do you
Like
mean?
that. I mean, somebody who doesn't go to church or is not necessarily like there's so many witches nowadays. Like women are falling into witchcraft more so than anything.
Well,
Right?
then
You
let's have
see
the
these girls with the
conversation.
waist beads and the crystals they're
Yep,
rocking.
the crystals. Yep.
They're rocking the crystals. They got the bull nose. Like, you know what I mean? That all comes from witchcraft.
Well, I agree with it, but let's have the conversation. If they can't believe in what's real and what's creation, you tell me how you got here. Not you, but I'm asking them. Well, tell me how we got here. Tell me. I want to hear whatever you got.
Look, I'm saying they found that extra stuff looking for something, right? Because they're missing either the father figure, they're missing something, so they're looking for something spiritual to connect to.
Oh, I agree, and that's why that's why I give them the beginning, and I don't make it a religion. I make it just the way it is. This is how it was done, and then, like I said, I just plant the seed, and then you continue to build up on it if they're listening.
How come you're so against? I mean, I'm really not pro. I'm not pro religion, right? Like I'm a Christian in a lack of just to get people to understand my base value. I'll say I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's more about relationship with me and how I deal with Christ and so on and so forth. But it's like you have the same stance. You have this stance of I don't make it a religion. Like you're saying that I hear the undertones you're saying it with. It's not necessarily the religion. You're not adding the most you're leaving out an important piece of it.
No,
and I'm saying all I'm saying is they're not going to listen to anything biblical if they're not connected to it.
No, I'm not giving them. No, listen. I'm giving it to them as they can hear it. A non-believer cannot hear the things of God or hear the things of Christ, but the Holy Spirit is still going to be at work. So I start with the creation, and they need to first know where they came from, because the things of God are still there, even though He gave us Christ. We
The
didn't
Holy
get rid of them. The Old Testament is still there. It's still for us to live by. So just because Christ came and died on the cross, we're still subject to the Old Testament. But if somebody
No.
has nothing,
No, we're not.
no, we're not. Oh, okay.
It's in the New Testament, it's two things, and we cover all things. I'm not saying it abolishes the old, but in the New Testament, we're put God first and love your neighbor like you love yourself, and in that you'll cover all you'll cover all the commandments.
So you say
But
you don't think you still subject to the law?
to the law, no, the law of Christ, the law under Christ, which it's supposed to be for all men, all Gentiles, and alike. So it's the belief in Christ for me. And
Okay.
that's the only law that really matters. Other stuff is used. I love the Old Testament. Don't get me wrong. Like Job's my favorite character in the Bible. And I love Judges. I read Judges and Job all the time. But
y'all need to know that the New Testament does not supersede the Old Testament. That's not
according to
true.
what? According to the Bible, it does.
No, he said no, it doesn't.
Well, it's not like it's not like I said. Christ came to fulfill the law. Christ was there. Christ has come to fulfill the law. So, because no man could do the law.
Okay.
So that's why that's the reason for Christ, because no man could do the law. So in that, you know what I mean?
So
put
Black
God
man,
first and love your neighbor.
You have anything you want to add right now?
I'm listening to this because this would be a great conversation to have.
I don't want to get into that right now, but it's just
I understand.
It's not exact. No, you can give your opinion. No, I'm not trying to shut you up. No, I'm just saying it's just not the way that it seems. I think we're missing a very important piece.
What are we missing?
I don't think that okay, I'm gonna try to keep it short. I don't think that we have the conversation enough to try to understand it enough as a whole. I don't think we talk about that enough. And then when we bring it up, people rolling their eyes in the back of their head, right? Because a lot of times when I say the Bible says this, then the chat goes nuts. Oh, here we go with Bible study.
Yeah.
Or oh, here we go talking about God again. Yeah. Oh, here come Jesus. And so a lot of people push back on that. And I think a lot of people push back on it because they don't know the power of it, or they don't want to carry the responsibility of what that says. And there's things that you have to do and ways that you have to live under that regimen. And people want to live how they want to live, so they shoe it. I'm not going to read this and it's going to hold me accountable. Hell no. If I don't know, I can't go out here and have sex with 35 men before I'm 23. If I don't see it and I don't read it, I ain't got to worry about it. I'm not subject or judged by that because I didn't go read it. Right. But I see that. So I think,
I think a lot of it is they follow the pastors who don't do anything but feel good messages, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's left a lot of people wayward and not understanding that they're not given the full scope. Like, ironically, it wasn't until I got saved and read the Bible for myself, and then I was like, I stopped going to church because I found myself in church saying, it don't say that. That's not what it meant. And like, I'm not going to like go up to somebody else's, in their house. I'm not going to go up to the pastor like, you said this wrong. It's like hey, this is his house. I might as well get out. You know what I mean? So I just focus on, putting men's groups together and Bible studies. And that's kind of how Prototype Dad got even formulated. So
I'm going to say this last thing and then we're going to be done. There are things that are said in the Old Testament that we should and should not do, that are sexually immoral, places, acts we shouldn't do. You shouldn't fornicate, things of that nature. Sure, Christ came and fulfilled all that, and he died on the cross for all our sins, but you're not to forget that. You're still not to forget that these are things you should not do.
Those things are still reiterated in the New Testament, though.
Oh, but that's the part. That's the part I'm talking about. It came from the old, but I'm saying, and when we say things like, well, let's just, the new covenant is we got to do this. That makes it seem as though
let's not focus on the semantics. Security.
Well, that's what you can't say things. You cannot say things like
we
the Old
can.
Testament doesn't matter, because that will get us in trouble. That will get you in trouble. You can't say that. It does matter.
Well, no, I know it says there's two things to mainly worry about, right? And it's like I said, it's put God first and love your neighbor like you love yourself. That focus on that, and then the rest you dig into and you learn. But if you're a baby, you crawl, you drink milk, and as you grow in Christ, then you'll start to eat the meat. You know what I'm saying? You can go into the rest of that stuff. But I think we're trying to chew steak with no teeth.
Well, just know that you're influencing people. Just note that.
Oh, for sure.
And they're listening.
Sure.
That's what you need to know. And like I said, my method is go back to the Creator, and then you allow the Holy Spirit to do the work. So I guess in some way we're doing the same thing, but we don't forget. I don't throw any of it away. It's all real to me. It's all very real.
But I do got to get out of here. I got to go hop on Humble Dad. So.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
We're gonna keep up with you.
Yeah. Black Man Unfiltered. He got my email, so just reach out anytime.
All right,
absolutely, brother.
Right.
Hey, great show last time, man.
All right. So that was good. That was good, Black Man. So anyway, those of you all who think is y'all can forget about the Old Testament, y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. We do have Christ. He has died for our sins, but y'all do not forget about the Old Testament. It's not written for our. All right, listen. We'll talk about it one day. All right, Black Man, what you doing later?
So I'm not doing anything today.
Okay.
But tomorrow is Ladies' Night on Black Men Unfiltered Network. So I'm preparing myself for that. The ladies are going to. Well, I think I'm going to have that conversation with them because I got a lot of questions I want to ask, and I don't want nobody to feel awkward asking them. But tomorrow we'll be talking about the wall, the baby mama pandemic. Is marriage the solution?
Wait a minute. The what?
The wall, the baby mama pandemic, and is marriage the solution to those things?
All right. So y'all heard that. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Black Man tomorrow. It's Ladies' Night. And again, I will be on cruise season on Wednesday night at 10:30. So listen, y'all have been an outstanding audience tonight, as always. Thank y'all for being here. And we will see you all soon.
Peace.
All right. Peace, Black Man. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Completely unsure, and even though you're screaming out with the best of intentions, I don't get it. Why do you always gotta ask me to stay? Why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. Say, why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. See, I've been lost in my thoughts, and my thoughts they too scared to usher off. Sorry, Mom, I just thought you were my world. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in a daze, cause my days ain't been the same since I drove here. I remember the way you wrote letters in blue ink. You and me was in love. Think about what your crew think. I know your moms probably think I'm a bastard. Your pops probably want to beat my death and take